He is a Stellar Award-winning gospel artist and true rising star, and she is his biggest supporter and now co-author of their new relationship book.
JJ and Trina Hairston join us now. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Thank you for being here.
I'm so excited to be here.
us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, 25 years.
25
You guys have been married for
Amazing.
25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we
What
started
does that
very
feel
young.
like?
It feels amazing, actually. It's especially in today's society where marriages are not always so good at this point, or if
Yeah.
they make it to this point.
Yeah.
So it actually feels amazing to be here.
So what's the key to a successful marriage?
I honestly think it's being best friends. I know a lot of us just are, become attached to friends outside of the marriage, and we tend to share our secrets and everything with our friends outside of the marriage. But it's always good to have your partner know everything about your life.
And I'm sure those are some of the things that you discuss in the new book, A Miracle Marriage. And
Yes.
I'm really, really curious to hear about this book because myself, married for 4 years to my beautiful wife. So we want to learn some tips and tricks. So first, what was the idea in terms of coming up with this book? What was the inspiration behind it? And also, JJ, you gotta let me know about working with your wife, man.
Oh, yeah. So we decided to write this book because our marriage is literally a miracle. Our first 10 years, we were getting divorced. Wow. So we went from being in divorce court to now marriage counselors.
Wow.
So that's a miracle in itself. And we just decided we're going to share our story, be very transparent, because people like to hear the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put a whole bunch of beautiful pictures on Instagram with you holding hands, but at the end of the day, if that's not going to help anybody. It'll give you something to aspire to.
Right.
But what will really help them is if you be very transparent about where you were, and then that you were able to make it to a good place.
Right.
Shining example of never letting go and giving up. I love that. That's awesome.
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome.
So we actually have some viewers who sent some marital questions in. So let's take a look at what they have to ask.
My husband and I have been married for 6 years, and we're getting a little bit too comfortable. And I'm feeling a very strong disconnect. I'd like to know how we get that newlywed feeling back and get out of that autopilot.
That's nice. Yeah. That's a good question.
Interesting question. I actually feel that people do get a little bit too comfortable, and I think what we have to do is learn how to keep on prioritizing each other and pursuing each other. The same thing that you did to get the relationship going, you're going to have to continue those things throughout the relationship. So whether it was nice little text messages during the day or roses, flowers, whatever it is that's their thing, they're going to have to continue to do that throughout the marriage. You can't get too comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if my wife is watching, then we're going to Applebee's and I'm taking you to a movie because that was one of the
That's
first things I
right.
did to try and get her. So
Keep
that won
dating
her
her.
over. So that was
Keep
part
dating
of it.
But if you can remember
Okay.
that, that'll mean a lot.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at the next one.
Hi, Trina and JJ.
We were the first of our friend group to get married, and we were wondering, how do you create boundaries with your friends?
Without making it seem like we're totally ditching them.
Oh, this is a good one.
Heavy.
Yes.
This is a good one.
Well, see, that's always like the leave and cleave rule. You kind of have to cleave to each other. That's going to establish the boundaries. The hanging out late with your friends and stuff like that, that's going to have to curtail. They'll start respecting it once you lay down the law. Once you say, okay, we can't do this, we're going to go be with each other. Your friends, if they're really your friends, they'll respect whatever those boundaries
And you
are.
got to become each other's best friend. You know, sometimes
Good
point.
we go into relationships with our best friends on the side, but when you cleave together, when you leave all that behind, you of course you can still have your friends outside
I was
the
going to
marriage.
say it's healthy to still have a life outside the marriage.
But you still want to make sure that the person you're closest to is the person you're married to.
I would say establish a once a month or twice a month type thing where you hang out with everyone.
Yeah.
But then, keep that intimate time for you and him on the off days, on the off times.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. All right, well, their new book, A Miracle Marriage, is available right now. Make sure you grab this book. Amazon.com is where you can find it.